About to do the Windjana Gorge walk, which is straight down there. At the Windjana Gorge camp, you've got over the far side there the generator area, and then you've got the quiet area over there, and this is the day use area. But hot tip, no one really uses generators, and there's lots more room in the generator area, and the generators have to be turned off by 8 PM anyway, so it's probably a better way to camp in the generator area. This is the beginning of the walk, and you come across this little tunnel-like thing here, and I'd say that there's been quite a few people who've come down here. That's pretty high up there. This is part of the Devonian Sea, and if you look closely, you can actually see some fossils. And there's one there. If you look over there, you can see one croc on the bank. They're Johnston crocs. One in the water just in front, and then there's another couple further over there. You can actually hear little chirps and that of birds. And when you actually look up here, you can see the white of their poos coming out of their little nests in their holes. They wake up every morning and see this beautiful sight. You can see here that when the wet season was here, this whole area would have been actually covered in water. But as the dry season's here and things actually get hotter, everything actually goes back down here, and all your clay here is broken. And I don't know how far it goes down, but that's what happens. Our little friendly croc, just sitting here, looking at us. His little tail's gone up. Yeah, because the sun's actually come over to this side, the freshies actually come over this side to get into the sun and keep warm. And he's probably about the biggest one we've seen so far.
Down. A bit further. Down. Now go forward about a foot, move forward, a bit further, just up a bit.
Oh, I'm just going to freaking turn around and bite me if you don't know him. Hit the Gibb River Road at the Derby end. We're going to venture in and have a look. Try and do Bell Gorge. Going to Silent Grove. This is the Gibb Road, Derby end, pretty good so far.
Queen Victoria's Head.
There's lots to see on the Gibb River Road.
So we actually thought this would be fairly flat and boring, but it's exactly the opposite. There's heaps of mountains and hills and cuttings and gorges, and the road isn't too bad. It changes depending on if you're down low or up high. Here comes a car. Turn off to Bell Gorge is well signed, we're turning left. Okay, Bell Gorge, 29 kilometres. Here we've got Silent Grove, 19 kilometres, and then Bell Gorge, 29, so it's another 10 k's.
Silent Grove is where we're staying for a couple of days.
Everything's open. speed limit to 20. It's a bit slowed down to 10. We're at Silent Grove camp in the national park. People are starting to move out. It was pretty full last night. We're just set up over here. We've got a fire pit. We've got David and Wendy close to us. We've got overland exposure guys up on the hill there. Really good showers, male and female showers, and you've also got toilets nice and close. Lots of birds. It's really funny as the kids ride their push bikes around, the birds just sort of go everywhere. This is a nice camp. So there's a generator area over there. We would have gone there, but it was actually full, so we've come here. Not that we need a generator. And we're heading down to the waterhole to have a swim, so that should be good. We're heading down the track to Bell's Gorge. It's 10 kilometres from the camping area. The road's sort of okay, but we're only sitting on 40 k's now, that's about all. We've seen a few tour buses come through, so we'll just take it easy in case we encounter one on the way back. Here we are at Bell's Gorge.
Bell Gorge.
Bell Gorge. Looks like there's a couple of tour groups here. Heading down the Bell Gorge trail, it's 1.5 kilometre return, allow 1 hour. So we're here and we're going down there. And then that's the waterfall to the bottom pool. This is the track down to the Bell Gorge. So far it's pretty good. And I'd say that the gorge is down there. We've got our noodles. And we're ready for action. This is a skink. Hey man, how you going? As we actually come down the path, we're actually in the river bed, and there's heaps of rocks, so it's not a quick walk down. You just got to take it easy that you don't roll your ankle, but hopefully it's worth the trip. So the last bit of the track is fairly easy. We've got rid of those rocks, and you can hear the water over there as we get closer. A few people. This is the top pool here. Looks like we've got our own infinity pool. What do you reckon, Joey?
Might be tricky for me to get down there.
Look at that. So this is Bell's Gorge. Much further to go, and I'll be down there. There's Wendy. How's it going, Wen? Hey! Hey! Yay! Woo! Oh, that's pretty cool, mate. There's the line. Hey, Wendy.
Wendy, the old adage, mate.
You've got to follow the arrow.
I know, exactly. Sometimes you've just got to stop and check out the view. It's a bit windy, but check out this view here. So I've just come out of Bell's Gorge. You've got Bell Creek running down the bottom there. Can't get much better than that. Cross Creek down there, which actually runs down to the gorge that we were just at. We're filling up in Derby. We've gone to the BP self-serve. It's 2:37. We're about 220 k's out of Broome, so we've only put 60 litres in because it's a fair bit cheaper in Broome. So We'll have a little bit of look at Derby, and then we'll go and find a free camp.
We're coming into Derby.
There's Woolworths. Nice big Woolworths. So we're in search of the jetty. Derby jetty, there we go. Straight out here. So this is the Derby jetty wharf, and you can see there they've got a conveyor belt. So they're probably putting either bauxite out there, or it could even be iron ore that gets taken overseas. If you have a look down here, you'll see all this fencing here. I'd say in the earlier days they would have done a fair bit of live cow transport and put on boats. So the truck would have come on here, and all the cattle would have run down here into the holding yards before they'd actually be sent overseas. Tunnel Creek via Tourist Way. So we've already done that. And now we're going to say goodbye to the western end of the Gibb River Road. So we're heading to Broome now. There it is, Gibb River Road, down there.
Goodbye, Gibb River Road.
So we're going into the prison boab tree, just near Derby. It's the longest water trough in Australia. That's where they feed their cattle. You don't swim up and down there, Joey.
I think I might be a bit wide for that.
Well, the Zimbendigo would have iced up, you could have skated it. So after leaving Derby, we came to a free camp just south of the Fitzroy River, and when you actually come in, so you got the bridge over there, you actually come in through a gate, you've got to open and close the gate, come through here, and we went right down there and we found all these guys down there, and there's just no room. So we found a roundabout route around here, and this is where we're staying tonight. It should be good. Got the walkout. We're doing a curry. Great camp on the Fitzroy River. I wish they'd come and empty the rubbish bins. Nice lady closing the gate for us. Well done.
And we get southbound, approaching whatever it is.
So some of the things you come across when you're travelling, check out this aeroplane on the back of this car. It's very interesting, but it's a tractor. Might have a cow on the road up here. Better take it easy. Another one.
This one's down.
There he goes. Let's do a little trot. Looks like we've got a fire up ahead. We've got a helicopter in the sky. We've got a fire truck here. And we've got a fire in front of us. So hopefully we can get through. Just have to wait and see. It's a big fire because I've seen that for quite a while. It's just getting bigger and bigger as we get closer to it. It's a pretty big fire. So it looks like it's a controlled burn. I'd say that helicopter was actually dropping bits of flame fire to light up the grass and clear it. But it's getting quite interesting up here. We've got some flashing lights. I'd say these guys are just monitoring to make sure it doesn't get out of control and get near the road. If it got close to the road, that'd probably close the road down. We've got some roadworks coming into Broome. Quite a big operation. It'll be really good when it's finished. Here's the road down to Port Headland, and we've got roebucks coming up here. We'll be heading down that way after we've done our trip up to Cape Peak. So on the right here we've got roebucks. Caravans in there. Pub in there, that looks good. So actually at the Gateway Caravan Park, Broome, and I've just been able to come in between all the other people coming in to see and talk to these very friendly staff here. They've got the booking, there's stuff going everywhere.
Hi, how are you going?
How are you going?
Good.
So tell us about the park.
What do you want to know?
Okay, well I noticed you had fresh eggs for sale, which is pretty good.
We do, yeah.
Yes.
When the chickens are behaving and laying.
Yes,
yeah.
okay. And what facilities do you have here?
So we've got all the standard facilities of a caravan park.
Yes.
So there's 3 toilet blocks.
Yes.
2 of those are family
Okay.
bathrooms,
Yes.
which are quite popular.
Actually, I noticed that like an ensuite type thing. That's a really good idea.
Really big. It sort of gives you the outdoor shower experience,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
inside.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And water, you got water on tap?
Yeah, definitely beautiful drinking
Yes,
water.
yes.
So it's warm water that goes through a UV filter.
Oh, excellent.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
So we will fill up our vans before we leave today. That'll be good.
Definitely can.
Yeah. And what about barbecues? You got any barbecues?
There is a barbecue area
Yeah.
down
Oh,
there.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's complimentary for the guests. To
Oh,
use
good.
As well.
And what about fires? You don't have fires here? You got a fire pit
Definitely
or?
not.
Definitely not. No.
You bring the marshmallows. No. We do have a big fire pit down
Yes.
by the barbecue area.
Okay.
It's a communal fire pit.
Yes.
That is the only fire that's allowed.
That's
on
fair
the
enough.
property, So yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
it's very
good.
popular.
Yep.
Very occasionally we'll get musicians through.
Oh,
And
nice.
they'll play down there.
Oh.
And yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll be there tonight because we're planning on having a barbie down there and having a few beers. And
Well,
they'll-
you're the musician. You bring the guitar.
No, I don't. I'll get David to see you. Very funny. And how far are we out of Broome?
So you're 26 k's from
26
Woolworths.
k's. Oh, from Woolworths.
Yep.
Oh, that's very cool. And what about the closest petrol if we need to fill up the car?
You've got Roebuck.
Okay.
Roebuck.
And
Roebuck's
that's
just
back down.
5 k's down the
Yep,
road.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And I believe they've got good meals there too.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, more of like a pub style meal,
Yep,
but
yep,
yeah,
yep.
definitely a good feed.
This is really nicely laid out. It's shady and it's sunny too, so you can actually do your solar, or if you find a tree to get under, you can have generators here. Is that right?
We can
Yep.
between 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening.
And at the evening. That's good. Okay. No, it looks like it's going to be a good stay. Thanks, guys.
Excellent.
See
No
ya.
worries.
Bye.
Thanks.
This lady's still working really hard.
Someone has to.
Some of the good things they've got here, plenty of great tasting water. It is bore, but it's very clean and the taste is beautiful. They've got washdown bays, toilets, showers, washing machines, barbecues, fire pit. They do pet minding, they do dog runs, and storage of all types of vehicles. So if you're actually going to go and do, say, the Gibb River Road out the side of your car, you can leave your caravan here. And also they help you with your bookings of fishing, horizontal falls, 4x4 tours, and Kimberley adventures. So they've got some lake check-in information here, information about Broome and Perth. You can go and check all that out. And they also have fresh eggs, so $7 a dozen. This is how you do your late check-ins. You just say hello on that and say, hey, I'm here. And then you get directed down to where you are going to stay. So if you know your dates, it's probably a good idea to book in online. That way you can guarantee you've got a spot, and yeah, that's probably a good way to do it.